Time for Mad Markets. Welcome, Paul. Pan-African Resource. Thank you for dancing. Could you do that again? You weren't on camera. Okay. Wits Gold, Pan-African Resources teaming up 50-50 joint venture to buy Evander mines from Harmony.
Excellent idea. You know, it's out there in the Mpumalanga area.
I know where Evander is. So close to Witbank.
Not that close to Barberton. It's true. Promote synergies, you know. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like a big price tag. Interesting deposit, you know, still some gold there. I don't know, people shifting the assets around. Certainly Pan-African is putting on weight and becoming a more significant player compared to what it used to be in the past. But
in deals like this, should you ask why Harmony is selling?
Well, it's for the gold companies, it's about, you know, where you are on the feeding chain. And at the top end, you've got AngloGold Ashanti and Freeport-McMoran and big global players like that that only ever stick with the high margin stuff. And then in the middle, you've got people like Harmony, and then right down the bottom, you've got the guys who've just got like a lick and a promise, you know, like a mine and a plan and hoping to raise some money. So, I mean, Harmony obviously looking to trade up a little bit because they've got those assets in the PNG area and so on. Evander's always been a bit marginal for them, but it could work at the right price level. They've had some health and safety related dramas, but then who hasn't, you know, with deep level mining?
Absolutely. One day we won't talk about the Eurozone, but it's not today. So the Eurozone. And the Euro's doing quite well, not too bad against the dollar.
You know, people came away from Davos, they said, oh no, the world isn't going to end, not this week anyway. Now everybody's like anxious again about the Greek stuff and the negotiations and so on. But like I've been saying to you before, the only people that still own that stuff, being, you know, the Greek sovereign stuff in issue, are like hedge funds and people who are grown-ups and bought it on the cheap and are now looking to make a gain through the negotiation process. So to me, it's totally irrelevant. The more important issue is that European banks have begun trading with each other overnight again. Some of the European banks we know have actually issued paper themselves, in other words, raised money.
And this because of the LTRO.
Just generally a little bit of a freeing up of the plumbing of the financial system there, and that was what happened in Europe, is what happened in the US some months after the crisis, and now, you know, everything's fine. So I think really people need to stop being, you know, like chicken littles and screaming about the sun and the sky falling on their heads and so on, and just get on with it.
I don't think they are, because, you know, looking at how equity markets have been doing quite well, actually.
Exactly.
Despite, I mean,
I'm glad you're now focusing on the big perspective. Well done.
So Facebook under the spotlight once again, and listing.
Yes. So the new weekend's news is that the share code has been picked. It's FB. The investment banker, which is going to lead the process, has been picked, which is Morgan Stanley. All good. Talking about, you know, some sort of a price target for the whole thing between 75 billion and 100 billion dollars. Big numbers. Some people saying that's ludicrous. How can that be worth so much? I don't know. I mean, the stat that stands out for me is that, do you know that in the United Kingdom last year, 2011, Facebook was cited as a reason to explain fully 1/3 of the divorces which happened in the United Kingdom. Now, with a statistic like that, how could this business not be worth north of $100 billion?
Firstly, are you going to buy the Facebook shares?
Well, we're so small and insignificant that we're not going to get any of the shares pre the listing.
Yeah, so you'll have to
I must say I'm pretty keen on buying them post-market on day one.
Okay, so from my understanding, usually there's a reason why companies list. Firstly, because shareholders want to sell out, or because they need to embark on capital expansion.
Yes.
Why is
or
Facebook
they just
listing?
generally want to be considered awesome with a big market cap and be traded in the big wide world.
And pay costly fees.
Buy back shares, pay their executives too much, have fun, go to results presentations, you know, ego issues, be important, CEO, all of that.
Thanks so much, Paul. Is Vestac listing soon? No. Sounds like you described yourself there. Thank you, Paul.